Hello again. This is a Willie Souter poem which I felt was appropriate to my own antiquity. And it goes like this. Twa doddering old buddies at Daddy Lamon's door started an argy-bargy that got aye war and war. They yowted and they yallocht, they stampit and they swore. Out come Daddy Lamond to make them both gie o'er. Cried een, I'm 88 and he'll hae me 84. By heck, I'm 99. Yup, Daddy, with a roar. So run along, my laddies, and respect an old man's door. And this is something quite different from the same poet, Willie Souter, and it's a tiny wee few lines about a flea of all things. And it goes like this. Jemima let flee a pump in the old boak's bed, and a flech nearby her hurdies dropped down dead. Ah well, says Jemima, let air gang to air. Hey, squealed the wee widow flech, I won't infect fair. And another one, this is one I've done before actually, another one about a flea, and I have a reason for repeating it, and it goes like this. The Reverend Connacher Macgregor, while preaching death and dolour, felt sure there was a flitting flech no far below his collar. Just then the Stravagan mate came out to take a wee bit dander, and suddenly, with sick as skite, he's ta'en a fearful lander. Richt in the good words he come down, saying all his luck gaed smither, for we allude, Amen, the Reverend clapped the book together. Now, I recited that poem to a friend of mine, who is in fact a real, genuine minister. And I always refer to him as the Rev, and I address him as the Rev. He's an old pal. And I recited this poem to him over the phone. And it reminded me that he and his wife Kathy were the first people. His name's Derek Corner, by the way. So I just changed the Reverend Connacher Macgregor to the Reverend Derek Corner. And he and his wife Kathy were the very first people ever to invite me to come and talk about the West Highland Way, not long after I had finished doing the television series. And they invited me out to their church hall in a place called Stonehouse that I had never visited, never even heard of, to tell you the truth. And I was so pleased at the turnout. We had a packed house, quite a number of people in this big church hall. And I was even more pleased by the kind of reaction, the reception I got, because I just did it more or less off the cuff, things I had remembered from my walk on the West Highland Way. And I was so pleased about it, by the reception, that I thought I could hone this, I could tweak it, polish it up a bit, extend it, and make it into a proper PowerPoint presentation, which is exactly what I did. And I've since taken it all over Scotland and would be continuing to do so had it not been for the lockdown. But not only that, it led to the Southern Upland Way. I did the radio series, a book, and the television series, and then the Speyside Way, the same pattern, radio, book, telly. What else? Macgregor Across Scotland. I took wee Malcolm McCormick with me on that one. That was a bit of a giggle. And what was the next one after that? I did the Ulster Way, a big walk, and an even bigger one in Canada, where we started from downtown Toronto and finished, we extended it a bit, and we finished at Thunder Bay in Alaska. That was the second last one I did, and they just led on one from the other. I didn't plan any of it. And the last one we did was, incidentally, the one in Yosemite in the Sierra Nevada. That was Anna Magnuson's idea. And I was delighted by that because John Muir was a huge boyhood hero of mine. So that was a terrific experience for me. Great Scots-American conservationist. And then we finished up with the Arctic, and that was with another ex-producer of McGregor's Gang, Ron Spencer. And we travelled, we started at Tromsø, we went to Iceland, Marielena Fjord, Svalbard, Surtsey, which was an island which shot up out of a volcanic eruption out of the sea very recently, well within living memory. And then we went all the way across to West Greenland. So Kathy and Derek, you were the very first to give me the idea of doing PowerPoint presentations, and it's kept me in work for years. So thank you very much indeed.